Okay, the seedlings I still have inside. See, I've got a lot of space now. All 3 shelves were full of plants, but I'm hardening off a lot outside now. But here's some tomatoes, and it looks like I don't think I have mastered the art of like the proper amount of feeding, because these look like are a little deficient. But I was worried I was overwatering them, but and there does seem to be some moisture still in there. Yeah, they're definitely ready to move on. So maybe that's it. They're just unhappy about the size of their container. But guys, it's time to go outside almost. I gotta harden you off and get you out there after your brethren on the porch are ready. These are, got some flowers started. These are zinnias, and these guys are queen lime zinnia, and this is a cactus zinnia mix. That's some dill. Looks like, let's see, oh, that's ground cherry. Oh, I just had my first ground cherry germinating there. My seeds are probably a couple years old, so might not, and they take some time anyways. That's chamomile, German chamomile, so obviously I need to separate some of those guys. And then that is borage, I believe. This is a coleus mix. Did this last year, turned out pretty good. They're just getting started. These are, I mean, obviously that's a tomato. These are dahlias that I either overwintered, and I forgot to delineate what the types were. I did have 2. I had one that was like a magenta color, one that was like a magenta and white. And so this is, I believe, the magenta and white, and that is just the magenta. I mean, like my fly strips, I had tons of fungus gnats. And then this is one called Dracula, and I have 2 of those babies, and they are dark foliage. And then these, that one is Arabian Night, as are those, and those are, yeah, that's an Arabian Night back there too, these 2 guys, not that one. And those are all like a dark red, so I'm gonna have some definite goth dahlias happening here. I am tempted to try and propagate these guys, because part of the advantage of jump starting them is that you can cut off this new growth and pot it and then propagate from there. And so, and like with this one, especially since it's got 2, I wouldn't feel bad about taking one of these off, since it would still have plenty to photosynthesize. And like, same with that guy, it's got some more coming up. So anyway, I might experiment with that, but this is, I'm wrapping up basically what I have going. I have a lot of things started that I gotta get in the ground, and I don't have as much time as I used to do that. So, and then these guys are peppers that overwintered. They've been kind of sad. I don't think that's enough light to start with. I just have these 2 grow lights. And I have gotten an occasional pepper off of them, but it was mostly about keeping them alive through the winter and getting a jump start on spring growing. So hopefully that'll be okay. Although last time I feel like I tried to do this last year, and I feel like they took almost as long to get acclimated and get going as things I'd started from seed. And then I'll ignore all of that. That's I have a project going here. My husband does. We do. This is a lemon tree that had some serious struggles inside. It, I think I overwatered it. It was doing fine in here, and then we moved it to our living room because, again, we had a project going on and they were just getting in the way and getting damaged. And I don't know if it's just that it didn't like that environment, or if it was like the stress of overwatering it because it was in the winter. It didn't need as much water, but it dropped most of its leaves, so I had to cut it way back. It's coming back. They're so tough. These poor plants, I have definitely had a big learning curve with them, but they're doing okay. And then the bay laurel behind it, that's overwintered with no problem whatsoever. So she's probably gonna go outside to harden off soon, as soon as they have space. Oh, and I'll show you my little indoor plant section. Very happy aloe. I just got a monstera from a friend, and this adorable little planter that looks like a pipe. So that's very cool. These have ginger in them that were growing, and then I think the cold zapped them. And a Rex begonia. I have one that I'm propagating from just a leaf. I'm gonna see if that works. I haven't tried to plant it yet. You're supposed to be able to do these from root cuttings, but, and this is what I bought at a sad plant sale, and it has stayed sad, so I think I can conclude that that's not coming back. Spider plant, various little succulents. There's one hiding under there too. A little various garden. I have a little tiny bubble with a gnome in it that's fallen over. But I'm hoping at some point it's gonna look like he's in a jungle. And I have another one here. See? Fun. Okay, the end.